Hey, welcome to Breaking Boxes with No Fun Dave. Today we are going to talk about when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Now, this is a very specific story because it has to do with lemons and not making lemonade. But it really also talks about short-term pain versus long-term gain and the approach that we should take to everything in life. Even though it seems hard at the moment, you're going to suffer one way or the other. It's either going to be hard short-term and great long-term, or it's going to be hard long-term but great short-term. So some might call it the easy way out would be the short-term no pain. Long-term pain would be the easy way out, and taking the approach of actually solving the problem right up front would be the harder or long-term or short-term pain. Goodness gracious, my brain's getting messed up just thinking about it. But here's the story. So we rented this beautiful villa that I'm sitting at right now for a lot of reasons. This pool behind us, which is lovely. This sunshine, which we can tan and enjoy. But also because there were fruit trees all over the place on this property. And we thought, well, maybe this time of year when we're here, we'd get some fruit. And what's better than fresh fruit picked off the tree? So we drove into the property, and sure enough, there's a lemon tree right there. And this lemon tree had these giant, I'm going to use the word ginormous lemons on it. Perfect, ready to pick, ripe as can be. There was also a mandarin orange tree. There is also a mandarin orange tree just around the corner that had some, end of season fruit on it, and some other various things around which were exciting. But as soon as you drove in, that's like the first thing you see is these lemons. And it's like, I can't wait to juice those and put them in some lemon flavored water, or slice them up and garnish a dish with them, or make some real lemonade with them. How cool would it be to take the kids and take the lemons off the tree and cut them and juice them and make real lemonade, like real lemonade with them. So anyways, we had all these thoughts, great thoughts. Fast forward to what ended up being 2 nights ago, and we come outside, and the children have decided that after instruction that they weren't to use the outdoor kitchen, which is a barbecue kitchen right out here by the pool, which is lovely, weren't supposed to use anything there, where they were only to use their imagination, only to find out that they've decided we're going to use the lemons off of the tree. Now you'd think, well, lemon tree's pretty big, and this one's pretty big. They can't reach them. So even if there wasn't a problem, they probably couldn't reach them anyways. Well, they did, because when we as humans actually put our mind to something, we usually succeed at it, which is interesting. But my oldest son, decided he was going to become a mountain goat, tree climbing version, make his way up the tree and not pick one of the lemons, but pick all of the lemons. At which point they juiced them in order to make their own lemonade. Well, their version of juicing it was smashing the lemon against the wall, and then in their, let's call it feeble strength, squeeze some of the lemon juice into a cup, which they then mixed with packets of sugar and maybe some water and quite possibly some sticks from the nearby tree. I'm not quite sure, but long story short, they took all the lemons and smashed them against the wall. So we were none too pleased. We were not very excited by the fact that our dreams of lemon squeezing and lemonade had dissipated into into a giant mess in this kitchen outside, which was then going to have to be cleaned up. So not happy. So what do? Do you correct the issue and fix it right up front, pain up front, because it's going to take a while to get through all these issues, because there was lack of common sense that, hey, maybe I shouldn't pick the lemons on the tree because we've lived at places with fruit all our lives and they've never been allowed to pick fruit and just eat it off the tree. There's always been an ask of permission. And none of the 5 of them at any point said, hey, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do this, or maybe we should check with our parents to see if we should be doing this. Well, long story short, it was 3 hours of parenting after that. There was handling each of the individual issues, explaining what the problems were, correcting the fact that they made the mistake. There was punishment for the problem. There was ongoing work that needed to be done for repayment of the lemons, which they took, which were not theirs, and there was cleanup of the kitchen. And this took from right after dinner at about 6:30 all the way till about 10 o'clock at night. It was a lengthy process. There were plenty of tears, there was plenty of correction, and plenty of frustrated parents. But the fact of the matter is this: by taking the time and the effort and the frustration and the challenge to actually address the issue up front and correct the problem when it happened, when it's fresh in mind, when the lemons are fresh, allows us to set them up for success later. And that's true of any of us in life. If we would just approach the problems that we have in life at the get-go, when they happen, to look at them in truth, to not sweep them under the rug, and to actually try to fix them and correct them for the next time, we would learn from our mistakes. And that's what I encourage you to do as parents, in your relationships, in your careers, in what you're trying to learn next. Take a realistic and hard look at what it is that you're actually, that's actually happening, that's actually producing the results. We assumed that the teaching we'd done so far would safeguard those lemons for our future use. But they didn't. We had to take an accurate look and say, you know what? There's still some more teaching here to be done. And so teach we did. So even though it was frustrating and hard and uncomfortable, we still are going to choose that approach every single time so that the next time something like this comes up, maybe they'll remember. So just remember, when you do have lemons, in this case, don't make lemonade.